When I went to see Dr. Spotnitz the first time, and he said, tell me your life story minute by minute, moment by moment. And he didn't say a word for 2 years, except when I would ask him a question, he'd say, keep talking. That was the most frustrating 2 years of my life. I don't do that to my patients. And it's interesting because when I was being trained, I had the idea that it makes more sense to get the patient comfortable with the process before you start to say less as the analyst. And I try to be the analyst the patient needs. I don't necessarily stop talking completely to any patient, even if I think they can tolerate it. But I have some patients who will talk 10, 15, 20 minutes without addressing me or contacting me, as the case may be. I have other patients that every 2 minutes want to hear my voice. And I try to respect, both those types of patients. But the less I say, I find the more the patient will say ultimately. And as I've said in the past, that every time I venture forth with words, I direct or redirect the direction the patient is thinking. So I think it's important to be careful what one says as an analyst and how often one says it. So, but if somebody needs contact with me and ask me a question, I'll try to answer. Yes, do I reflect many questions so that I remain a little more anonymous? Absolutely. Gee, when's your birthday? When do you think my birthday is? February. Ah, that's close. So, and a lot of patients hate when you reflect a question. So occasionally I'll give an answer if I think they need it. I'm asked about my family. Do I have a family? Am I married? What kind of car I drive? Birth date. Great question. And when I was being trained, was an analyst who's now quite good, was one of my professors, tells a story about a patient asking what the birth sign was. She thought, how harmful could that be? So she says, Scorpio. Patient never came back. The funny part is, years later, when I'm with a patient, they ask me my birth sign, and that story flashes in my head. I think, well, I'm not a Scorpio. So I could answer, and I did answer. This person was heavy into astrology and had to know it wasn't going to work with me. So I said, I'm a Libra. He said, great, this will work.